Hi guys, I'm Joe Bates. I do the podcast Joe Bates Explains It All, and I was working on a new episode of the podcast that was due to come out very soon, but unfortunately I broke the finger of my podcast editing hand by mistake, and this has meant it's going to be a bit delayed. I'm extremely sorry about that. But as well as doing podcasts, I also have been doing some extremely amateur stand-up and little 5 minute sets here and there. And I thought, sorry for being so stupid and breaking my finger, I could upload a bit that I did quite recently. I did a short bit on Pancake Day, and so that would have been about a month ago, and it went all right. I remembered the whole bit, which is quite rare. Like I rarely can get through the whole thing without losing my train of thought and commenting on it quite regularly. And it was quite a good crowd. Typical Pancake Day crowd. They loved it, and a lot of this would have been the excitement of the day. But I thought, why not share it with you guys, especially to say sorry. Obviously, it's not the full stand-up experience because I'm here in my room. But if you just imagine it's Pancake Day, you're out on a Tuesday night to see 20 comedians, and I suppose you're in Kentish Town, which is where I was in North London, and then you should pretty much be able to feel exactly how it was then. I'm going to be using a format that's very similar to how I practice stand-up. And whenever I practice stand-up, I always use Nivea Men 48 Hour Protect and Care. It's a really, really good microphone substitute. It's got the same sort of heft, same sort of dimensions as a microphone. And it's a beautiful spray as well. I mean, as I say, it smells great. And it does protect and care for you for 48 hours, which is like more than enough to get yourself back on your feet if you're feeling a bit low. So it says for men, but I'm sure there's a woman one as well. And it's currently on offer in Sainsbury's. But even if it wasn't, I would go for it. So even if you're not aspiring stand-up, Nivea for Men 48 Hours Protect and Care. Okay, so here we go. So, hi guys. I'm really happy to be here with you tonight because today is actually my favourite day of the entire year. As those of you who've seen me before will know, my comedy is entirely based around Pancake Day. And I've got to be honest, like 99% of the time, it goes completely terribly. I mean, people are baffled, like they don't find it relatable material, and no one laughs. But today is Pancake Day, so hopefully it should go really well. I mean, it's going to be topical, it's going to be relevant, and believe me, it might be Pancake Day, but these jokes won't fall flat. So let's get started. Happy Pancake Day, everyone. I hope you've all had some nice pancakes. But what is Pancake Day all about anyway? I mean, like, why do we prepare for Lent, like to say give up chocolate or alcohol, by eating a shitload of pancakes? It doesn't make any sense. But at the same time, it does make sense when you think about it, when you think about the fact that it comes from biblical times, and back then for Lent, people would exclusively give up pancakes because they ate way too many of them. I mean, it was genuinely the major vice of the time. Like in the Bible, it's called a public health crisis. And we've got this sort of idealized, sort of perfect version of him in our heads because of pictures and statues. But Jesus was fat. Like, Jesus was a fat man because he ate so many pancakes. And he said he invented Lent for religious reasons, because he said that for everything. But in this case it was total bollocks, because actually he just wanted to give the pancakes a rest for a while, so him and the disciples could lose a bit of weight. And that's where Pancake Day comes from as well, because obviously they had to get through all the pancake mix that they had around the house before Lent. And that's why Jesus in the chapter about Pancake Day says, cast Satan's batter out of thine shed. And since then, Pancake Day hasn't really changed very much at all, but Lent has changed quite a lot. I mean, people rarely give up pancakes for Lent anymore, and they probably wouldn't be taken seriously if they did. And you know, it's not as popular as it once was. I mean, pancakes have remained quite popular, whereas giving up stuff is less so. But I still think we should do Lent even if we're not religious, because like unnecessarily giving something up for a really stupid reason is ideal preparation for Brexit. So it's Valentine's Day tomorrow as well, and Pancake Day followed by Valentine's Day. That's quite unusual. It's a particularly depressing combo for me because I'm single and the hobs on my oven don't work. So has anyone got any Pancake Day resolutions? Okay, I'm going to stop the Pancake Day stuff now. This never works out well when I try and venture into new material, but I'm going to try something else, so please bear with me. So it's Valentine's Day, obviously, and as it's Valentine's Day, obviously our thoughts turn to sex robots. Okay, so that's the end of that bit. I can't do my bit about sex robots here, not because it's rude, but because I'm still doing it, and I need to give you something to come back to, because I'm performing that quite regularly. If you want to come and see me do it, please do. I'm doing comedy quite a lot recently. I hope to get the podcast out very soon, but either way I will be saying stuff like the stuff I just said, but apart from not about pancakes, around and about. So please come and catch me. It's been a pleasure, and thanks for the patience with the podcast. All right.